All right, we're working our way through the donation stack.
Wait, so...
Still, we're getting somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have no idea how far back some of these have been donated.
Yeah.
Because we're not talking like anywhere between 1 to 6 months, depending on where it is on the shelf.
Hey, if we got a name...
Mac Help,
you magnificent bastard!
Mac Helbig gave us a Four Oak.
Damn, I've never even heard of the Four Oak.
Well, you know, it was what happened when Laphroaig was like, you know what's real good? This Laphroaig triple wood. And then one guy in the back was like, but in Scottish, you know what would be a hell of a lot better? 4. You know what's better than 3 woods? 4 woods.
You've obviously never had an 8 whiskey.
Yeah. That's still my favorite review.
I doubt it's their favorite review.
No, it's not my favorite whiskey.
No, I mean,
here's
the good people.
Wait, before you smell this.
At 8 whiskey.
Wait, before you smell this. Here's what I found amusing. Yeah. On their own website, when they talk about the flavor profiles, they only describe different types of trees. It's like even they are going, yeah, this is a really woody whiskey.
Go home, Laphroaig. You're drunk.
Yeah.
You're drunk, Laphroaig.
What does this taste like? Oh, sandalwood, pine, fir, and willow.
And then, after the answer, they turn to their buddy. I just named trees and they bought it. That's great.
Totally. Now, you smell it and you go like, oh yeah, this is... Like, remember when we went and visited that reclaimed wood shop?
Oh yeah. Just near my house, yeah.
It smells a lot like this, but if there was a fire going outside.
And they're trying to put it out with iodine.
Yeah. just buckets of iodine.
This isn't working that well. It doesn't matter. More iodine.
Just keep going. It'll be fine. Wow, this is the hands down woodiest, mustiest nose on a Laphroaig I've ever smelled. I'm having a hard time finding any of the sweetness.
No, it's on the taste.
Is it?
Yep, I found it on the taste.
I really like this smell, but it really is a wood shop. Like, here's the thing. I know that he drinks Lagavulin, but I sort of feel like if I ever met Nick Offerman...
Did you see?
I have a feeling that he would smell like this.
Did you see? So,
just like his whole being.
Nick Offerman, all about the Lagavulin. He's the host.
Yeah, I saw his hour-long...
sponsor. The spokesman for Lagavulin.
I saw his hour-long.
He's like
painted
looks
as
like
a statue,
gold statue,
and took like 20 minutes to take one sip.
That's good.
It's pretty amazing.
It's really good.
What's funny is I did it and you thought it was stupid.
Yeah, but he's better than you.
No, he's just Nick Offerman. So,
how is that different than what I just said?
Fair enough.
Exactly.
Okay, so now that I'm coming back to it, the smell gets more perfumey.
And the iodine brininess that is a cornerstone of Isla is very, very prominent.
Now this is ringing it. This is a travel retail exclusive, so yet one of those only on travel stores.
Man, those don't get searched for.
40%. No, they do. The Laphroaig Four Oak is, people are asking about it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, and the finish. I'm not getting as much of a savory, meaty ham note as I am kind of a smoky wood. So do we know what's different between these 4 oak barrels?
So bourbon, first fill bourbon casks.
Yeah.
Small quarter-sized casks from their Laphroaig quarter.
Okay.
Right? New American oak barrels.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then European hogshead barrels. So European oak.
Okay.
Slightly larger.
So is hogshead the kind of wood or the style of barrel?
It's the name for a basic size of barrel.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's compare.
4 woods.
Let's compare that to just the quintessential Lagavulin. The.
You mean Laphroaig?
Yes, Laphroaig. We got the Nathan Huey.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What is the most violent act you ever experienced with whiskey?
You know what's funny? His story is basically the same as my story.
A guy gave me orangery.
Yes.
And a blind line.
You heard my rant about orangery.
Right.
How I got blindsided by it.
Well, hold on.
By a store rep.
Hold on. One of the most violent acts, if I'm like discounting...
Was my gift to you?
And it was Lagavulin.
It was.
No, it was a Laphroaig. I'm getting these mixed up today.
Yeah.
It was a Laphroaig 10.
Yeah, I gave him Laphroaig 10 as a gift before he had ever actually had real whiskey.
That could have been the end of everything before it even started.
That's more subtle.
If I wasn't such a man, if I wasn't so hard, if I couldn't stand toe to toe with one of the most challenging Islas, just for sheer force of will and bone and grit and just muscle mass, it never would have been the vault, the distillery, none of this, because you're just haphazardly throwing Laphroaig to every whiskey noob that you come across.
No, it was just a friendship test. I was like, can we hang out?
Getting almost a little bit more of a caramel on the tin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a rounded sweet caramel on the tin.
Yeah, the Laphroaig Four Oak is way more wood heavy and less sweet, surprisingly. Mm-hmm. I know that's shocking that a Four Oaked whiskey would taste more woody.
Man, but that tin is kind of great.
It's just a classic.
It's kind of great. Patrick Fulmer.
Patrick.
I've been single for quite a while. I just found out that the lady that runs the local liquor store is single. She is age appropriate. She's cute, funny, smart, and easy to talk to. The problem is, they don't have a very big selection.
I laughed out loud when I read that comment. I'm torn.
Because he knows. If this becomes my lady, this is the only place I can ever get whiskey.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere.
And they don't have a very big selection.
Well, it depends if she's the owner or just an employee, but yeah.
And he said, it will never work. She doesn't understand that Scotch and Irish are the same thing.
Yeah, that was an update later.
The same thing. Man, so if this is true love, you will find a way to expand her horizons with whiskey in such a way that she is so profoundly shook by your knowledge. She not only throws herself at you, she also increases the selection at the store.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Now, I do, keep in mind, I did see a note on a bar's tip jar area yesterday that made me laugh out loud, and it made me think of this. And his note said, pro tip, just because the bartender is nice does not mean they're in love with you. It means they like your money.
Yeah.
And this was written by the bar.
Right.
And I was like, yeah. Keep in mind, you're at her place of employment.
I don't know if that's
her being nice could just mean she wants your money.
I don't know if that's a pro tip as much as it is just really obvious.
Well, but you know, most people don't realize that.
I know.
The dude will show up at a bar, they'll sit down, the good-looking girl is nice to them, and serves them drinks, and they're like, oh.
Hold on.
She's being amazing.
Hold on.
She must love me.
He's so close to the dream, though.
He's so close.
She's cute, funny, smart, easy to talk to. She works in a liquor store. She can get you some amazing stuff.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you.
You're right there.
Just go full Don Juan. Tap into that machismo.
Show up in a horse-drawn carriage at the front of the store.
And then give her the girlfriend test of an Isla whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
See,
the friendship test.
She has it. She has what it takes. Justin Swin. What are people's option about this? There's probably an opinion. What are people's opinion about this? I was sitting at a whiskey bar with a friend, and he orders his drink first. The bartender pours his whiskey into a jigger and then into a cup. I order after, and he pours my whiskey into the same jigger and then into the cup. Am I making the fact that he poured my whiskey into the same jigger without cleaning it first a big deal? That's kind of a move.
It is kind of a move. So my thought was, and I didn't respond to it on Facebook, but my thought instantly was, I thought this sentence, and then as I looked down to type it, someone else had already typed it. And so I went, nah, it's already been said.
Did you at least give it a thumbs up?
Yeah, I did. Okay. And it said, yes, that's a move, but let it go. It's not a big enough deal to make a problem from it. And I agree with that. It's like, well, now you know about that bartender. Now you know maybe about that bar. It's like, yeah, that's a move. But it's not a big enough deal to write home about. Unless you were spending over $30 for a glass of whiskey.
Because I'm not immediately buying into your position here.
Well, it depends on the price of the glass.
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking, well, and again, because like a $30 think for one person is a lot less to another.
Well, and think of it like this. If I ordered a Laphroaig, it doesn't matter what they poured into that beforehand. If it was also a whiskey, it's still going to taste like Laphroaig.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, if I went and got a $10 whiskey pour, which is reasonable, right? I would be extremely annoyed. And I would actually, the next time, go out of my way to be like, can I have that guy pour my whiskey? Because the last time you just mix things together.
Or I would say, in a clean jigger. Like, give him just the eye. And then he know.
So, my thing about this Laphroaig Four Wood is I've been trying to give it some time to where the wood notes subside and I find what's behind it. It's not happening. So we've now been doing this for, 10 minutes? And it's still...
On the nose,
smells the same way it did when we opened it.
For me, on the nose coming off of the tin, there's a little small something of funky cheese.
Yeah, I get that.
That I'm getting on the nose that I wasn't getting before. But beyond that, yeah, man, if you like Laphroaig, you're going to like the hell out of that. If you can get it. You said duty-free shops?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.